The pain rework is confirmed for update 27. It sounds like the fruit is completely changing. We're getting a pain meter. Our attacks get stronger as we take damage. And if you miss, you're going to lose some of your damage bonus. So today I'm going to be using 5 different methods to go from level 1 all the way to 600 mastery and max out the pain fruit before the update. The ice fruit worked out really good just then. Let's start off today's video by eating the pain fruit. And I'm going to remind you guys, press like and subscribe because if you comment down below, I'm giving away a permanent devil fruit to one lucky subscriber every single video up until the update. If you pick permanent pain, you have to wait till the update to get your prize. Let's start with grinding method number 1. My most hated thing to do in this entire game, and that's just to grind mastery. We're going to go to the highest level NPCs in the game. Here we go. These guys right here. And let's do maybe 100 mastery. I think the best thing we could do is like grab, oh, I can't get that guy. I can get this guy. Boom. I can get this guy. Boom. All right, I got 3 guys together here. I don't have Logia. This is actually way too many inputs. All right, kill number 1. And we're going to get 61 mastery for a single kill. Okay, it's not. This is pretty fast if you wanted to get like your first hundo mastery. But when it comes to getting, oh, no. No. Oh, I messed it up. The alternative would be to do a bunch of damage on just one NPC at a time with like your melee and then finish them off with your first attack. Boom, that's got to be the last one. Yeah, okay, 5, no. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 kills to get to 100 mastery. That sounds good, but believe me, it's not. When you have to do this much movement, this many inputs just to get them like low HP, you need to move around so you're not wasting all of your dodges. Then you get a little bit of mastery. It's just, I don't think this is a good time, man. But unfortunately, before we move on to method number 2, based on the damage I was doing, I think I need to unlock Pain Nuke at 200 mastery, or I'm not going to be able to do the other methods. All right, boys, I got to be real. I got to take it back. I didn't hit 200. It hasn't been as bad as I thought it was going to be. The pain fruit goes pretty hard once you unlock Barrage. It's still not as fast as like the dragon fruit, but there we go. We have Pain Nuke. Now we can move on to method 2, and hopefully we are strong enough. Before we go any further, this method does require you to have the Tushita sword. Doesn't need any mastery, but you do need the Tushita to be able to fight this boss. Self-repel. It's a smooth movement, but it's not good enough. All right, your boy Logma. Everybody knows you can fight this guy for mastery, but there are a couple of other things that people don't know about him. For one, Logma only gives rewards to one player. Whoever does the most damage is going to get the mastery. So when you're doing this, you can't do it with friends like if you were to do, say, Big Mom or some other boss. Oh, I'm going to die. I got caught out being stupid. I wasn't properly paying attention. He's going to kill me. What's really cool about the pain fruit, though, is because it has such a long range, I could probably snipe this guy. Oh, unless he snipes me first from very, very far away. Come on. Yes. And that gives, yo, that was like 17 mastery for a single kill. Nice. And now, instead of waiting for us to heal, our spawn should be set in the area. We're just going to hop to another public server, and we're going to keep hopping servers. This is usually a bit better with a devil fruit that has movement, but if you got something like God Human, Superhuman, couple of movement skills, if my sword had a movement skill, here he is. And number 2 is, you know what? We are still getting decent mastery even at 230. I rate this method. This is one of the best ways to do this, but obviously server hopping is kind of mid. I'm going to do this till 300. We're going to unlock Torture, and then I'm going to try the advanced version of this method, which you have to be very strong to be able to do. I've learned something really cool about this technique, and that is you can see Logma from pretty far away if you use your observation haki, which is really good because this account, I think, is observation haki 1, which means anybody can do it. Bad news about this whole situation is I don't think this account is strong enough for the advanced method. I think it's pretty safe to say that the advanced version of this requires something like Sanguine Art. Oh, low HP, gotta do a little damage. This guy heals pretty quickly. You gotta be careful. 300. We have Torture, which is nice. I'm going to do a test kill, but I don't think we're strong enough. All right, let's do a like full structured kill here, because I think maybe with the right strategy, you could... okay. I didn't get as many hits in as I would have liked. But we had the torture on, which was good. The torture is important to camp. All right, C-gun. We should be able to back... Oh, we don't have a lot of attacks. Dude, the cooldown on this is annoying. We're going to have to slap him once. And then we're done. But look how much HP we have. That was a pretty bad kill. But 3,000 is... Yeah, we're not going to be able to do the advanced method yet. Let's move on to a different grind. Maybe try and get to 400 mastery. And then we'll see how we go. Yo. Look at this bot. I can hit him. Oh, I can... Yeah, I can fully hit. All right, he dead now. Yo, look at him go. That guy, that's the bot right there. He must be botting the pirate raid. That's crazy. I wonder how many fruits he gets. Good news, everyone. Your favorite grinding method also works with the pain fruit. It all comes down to cooldown times, whether or not you can abuse the Choco Land to get AFK mastery. So for this method, you're going to need a recordable auto clicker. So I'm talking tiny tasks. This is against the rules, but Roblox doesn't enforce it, kind of like how they don't enforce any of their other rules. And what we're going to do is you're going to come to Choco Land into this corner here where the quest NPC is, and you can see just through the wall there is this what are these people called? I don't know. Sweet Thief, that's what they are. The Sweet Thief is right here, and you should have enough cooldown to go Heavy Pain, Pain Barrage, Torture. Do not use Pain Nuke because it's unpredictable where she's going to land. And between these 3 buttons, you can just spam them over and over again until eventually you get the kill and you get decent mastery. There might be new, more AFK-able places you can do this, but as far as I know, this one is sort of the safest. So we're going to position ourselves so that we always grab aggro, which is about here. All right, we can stand right here and take no damage whatsoever. All you got to do is kill her and wait for her to respawn so she walks back to you without you having to move at all. And we're going to lock our screen in place right here. This should be Heavy Pain, and she'll come straight back to stand with us. Now we're going to get our tiny task. We're going to change our preferences, the recording hotkey to, say, F8. Put your mouse roughly on the top of your head or roughly right here. Press F8 to start recording, and then we're going to go Z. Wait a little bit, press X. Wait a little bit, press V. We're going to wait, and we're going to use Heavy Pain immediately again. We're going to spam X. We're going to spam V. We're going to spam Z a little bit. And then we're going to press F8. Now, don't move your screen at all. Change our preferences back so that now our recording hotkey is here and our playback hotkey is F8. And then we also need to go into our preferences and make sure it is set to continuous playback. Move this off your screen. Press F8. And we should be able to defeat this NPC over and over and over again. I'm not doing anything. You guys can't see, but I'm not touching the keyboard right now, okay? And because the pain's cooldowns are fast enough, we should be able to, no matter what loop you're in, no matter what part of the loop you're in, you should be able to defeat these NPCs over and over and over again. I'm just going to wait a little bit and we'll see it run a few times. You can see right now I'm using my abilities even though she's not here. That's just because it's on the loop right now. She's back. I don't know. Okay, we're going to hit her with Heavy Pain. It looks like the loop works pretty well. We do enough damage as well that there's just no way that she's going to heal. I'm going to leave this running on my laptop while I do some other work, do some editing. I'm going to go all the way to 400 mastery. I'm going to try and estimate how long this takes because it's not fast, but it is AFK. Oh man, boys, I have really good news. This works like a charm. This works way better than I thought it would. I just left it on my laptop downstairs while I worked on some other content for different videos. Came back a couple of hours later and I am about to get 400 mastery. So in the few hours that I left it running, I think it was maybe like 5 hours or something, I did have to reset it once. Somehow my character got too close and got like punched or something. Somehow I lost my observation hotkey and I got pushed too far back from the wall. But the torture ability actually will drag them from further away. So my biggest tip for this is actually, as long as you are aiming towards the spawn, you'll hit them, even if they're not coming after you. And then they will start coming after you because you've damaged them. And there we go. That is 400 mastery. I'm going to do this until 500. but I want to show you guys the advanced Tushita method. So let me get my main account. My main account actually has less pain mastery, and that's important. What you need for this method primarily is like Ghoul V4 would help. I am Draco though, so we're just gonna have to make do. And Sanguine Art or some sort of ability like Bloodbane Drain that allows you to heal. Oh, and you need a bunch of Robux. Because the advanced ability is, or the advanced technique is to kill this guy, respawn him immediately, kill him again, and just keep respawning him. Let's see how that goes for me. I usually like to go in and just attack a bunch until he, knocks me out of my haki, and then boom, boom, and let's heal up. I missed. All right, that's fine. Hit brother with the nuke. Here we go. A little bit of a heal up for the boys. How's he? Okay, he's kind of low HP already, so let's, barrage. Let's do that one. We'll do one more hit. We got our skull guitar to do minimal damage, but to make sure that he never heals. There we go. Easy kill. And we're nearly full HP. So we drop another one. Let's respawn that boss. Click through all the stuff. And we've already healed just in the time that it took me to do that. Let's do a little raw. All right. We'll go with a drain to heal up. Pain nuke. Hit him with a torture. Hit him with a blast. And boom. That's another one done. And then you keep repeating this, but you stay at really high HP because you're stronger than the other account, basically. And you spend a bunch of Robux, but it is really fast. Oh, and then you even get the special out when you're feeling like a... Oh, I missed. When you're feeling like a real big boy, you can also use your V4 ability, which just makes life so easy. Should be able to get a couple of kills with... Oh, look, my V4 has barely gone down because it's maxed. Oh, it's so fast now. All right, another one. But yeah, that's the idea. And you can see my V4 bar is going to stay pretty high for probably 10 kills. I would very, very quickly gain mastery as long as I have Robux. Not the most long-term viable method, but if you're rich or impatient like me, you could do this. Because I can't though, I'm going to go back to doing the tiny task method. And then from 500 to 600, we're going to do my favorite method, which is going to require a little bit of help. Guys, we have to do like a grand reveal while we make our way over to the final mastery grinding method because I fell asleep last night, left my laptop running. I was grinding the poor fruit for like 9 hours while I was asleep, which means I now have 561 pain mastery. That's awesome. I didn't do any of the work from like what? I hit 300 mastery. I haven't done anything for the last 261 mastery. That's sick, bro. Being able to AFK games is very nice. So our final method is the big mum boss, but this is with friends. So I'm going to get some other players, like get some channel members to come and help me out. And I'm also going to need some Robux because respawning it is kind of the only way to do this. Here we go. We got a group of Giga Chads to help me out. And I got my main account on the server who is going to be buying the respawns. So I can start this off. I've told them to make sure I get the kill. This is the only downside of this is that sometimes people mess it up and you don't get the kill. There we go. Surely. Yeah, all right. I did enough damage. Very nice. The pain fruit's kind of good for this because torture is dots. So like you get a lot of kill credit. And now what I'm going to do is the main account is going to just keep purchasing respawns and we're all going to gain a bunch of mastery together. 3 masteries per kill. That's a decent amount of Robux to get to 600. Okay, screen shake in this game is getting a little bit out of hand, man. It is difficult to even do this. And I've asked, like, I've already told the guys, like, hey, use less skills that have screen shake. Even after that, it is still crazy and we cannot see properly. This is actually a part of my theory that, people haven't gotten necessarily better at Blox fruits as much as it's actually just gotten easier. Like the auto aim is better for your skills and the screen shake makes noobs like panic. Also, I just got the buddy sword. The final boss, I'm just gonna I'll wait for my torture to come off cooldown because it's 90% of my damage if my torture lands. Nope. That sword guy's been doing that the whole time, man. Come on, the final one. 600 mastery. Let's go. Finally, I have mastered the pain fruit. If they somehow remove this and I have to do it all again, I'm gonna be really upset. This is probably the most stressful method that you can use. It's also pretty expensive, but it is fun to do with the boys. So let me get all their names. Got some grass, Morax, Kazos, Cafe, Carlin, Truth, Super ATV. Why can't I scroll? Cleaton the dog, Slayer, and Z Shanks. Thank you all for helping. Also, thank you to the first server of people. My power went out, so we had to do a second server. Let's do a little bit of comparison. I have 600 mastery on my pain fruit with Hucky, and on the main account, I have 600 mastery with the dragon and also Hucky. We're essentially going to blast each other and compare the results. This account also has 2,650 Blox fruit. So even though the melee isn't maxed, my Blox fruit stat is maxed. So if I shoot the heavy pain at this guy, I'm going to do 1,894 damage. If my main account blasts me, and let's keep in mind, this dragon fruit is a mythic. That's a legendary devil fruit. Also, this dragon fruit has been reworked. The paw has not. If I shoot this guy just with the tap, it's going to do 2,502. Significantly more damage. Let's try again, but I'm going to aim heavy pain at the feet so it explodes on him. He missed. Let's try that again. 1,894. Skill number 2, let's go Pain Barrage for a total of 3,315. Not bad. But the Infernal Pincer is a scary move. 7. 2,600, 2,007, 2,800, 2,800. Okay, Barrage does more damage. There's a little bit of a difference there. This just means that these fruits are meant to be used in different ways. Heavy Pain isn't a big hitter, where the Dragon Z move is a very big hitter. Let's go with Pain Nuke. 2,427. Okay, that's going to be less than the dragon, I think. Of course, Scorching Downfall has a targeting issue, so... Oh, yeah, that's way more damage. 3,600? Okay. But of course, I don't have a V attack. Mine's a transformation, where my boy here can use Torture and do... Please go more. Okay, 2,000's nice. Oh! 3,600. Okay, that's a nice little build-up of damage. Torture is pretty good. And Dragon's other, like, comparable damage move, I suppose, would be if I press F, boom, for 2,000 damage. That is more than I expected. So obviously, the Pain Fruit is not reworked, and it's on the legendary, so it does less damage. The Dragon is more impressive, but you can see how the Pain Fruit goes all right. If you drop a Torture, Barrage, hit through, like jump into a little bit of a combo, maybe get a... Oh, the nuke is too slow, actually. I built up 13k right there. I could have followed him out and then Conqueror's Gun into the Boomy and, you know, he'd be dead. I couldn't do that in real PvP because I'm trash at the game. But imagine if this was God Human and not Superhuman. There's this super simple combo you can do with God Human. I don't have God Human, obviously. So I can't really... Oh, I'm done. Oh, no, never mind. He dead. There's super. Oh, he was a lower level than me? My bad. I'm sorry, guy. But basically, you go Torture, Barrage, Extreme Pain, and then Beast Owl. And you, from there, you would use the God Human second skill right at their feet. But I can't do that. This account of mine really just isn't built for this. I'm going to have a fair bit of trouble here. Oh, I thought I could hit him with it. All right, got him with... Oh, missed. Can I nuke him? Dude, I'm so bad with landing nuke. Boop. I actually hit him with that. Right, I'm using Superhuman. You need to kill me faster. Where is he? Boop. Nah, I missed. I might be stuck. Got him again with my Thunderclap because it's very hard to miss with. The Barrage is really good because it scares people. Oh, I got him too. Tortured. Nah, I missed. Dude, I've never... Oh, I hit a Torture. No way. He's running now. Yeah, he's just gonna run. This is what they do, bro. They're just runners. Everyone's a runner. Boop. Hey, what happened to my nuke? What the heck? I deserve to lose. I deserve to lose. I've been greedy. All right, if I can't even kill people that are that bad, clearly this is not the account to do it on. I should do it on my main, but let's go to Hydra. Let me show you guys what is actually meant to happen. Someone who might be somewhat decent at this game with God Human, not trying to do the same thing with Superhuman. So this won't matter in a week or two because they're completely changing this devil fruit. But what you're supposed to do if you're a fruit main is torture, nuke, smash this one, and then you would use your what is the equivalent of thunderclap with God Human. Also, I guess maybe I don't know what server I'm on right now, but I can't get the heavy pain off in that cycle, probably because of my ping. But it's actually surprisingly idiot proof. The torture into barrage and then heavy pain, and then I guess maybe you could do the Conqueror's gun, but it's meant to be thunderclap aimed downwards because the God Human thunderclap can be thrown. Not bad. Not good enough for me, obviously. I'm bad at this game. So, boys, what do I think is going to happen with the pain fruit? Let's talk about what I believe it's going to turn into. We already have punching animations from, like, God Human. So I'm expecting the pain fruit will have a mouse button attack similar to what, like, Dragon and that have. Except, obviously, it won't be a slash. I think you'll punch, and there might be like a little flame or like fury that goes out. So it'll be like a God Human style punch, but it'll be with the mouse button for the pain fruit. The pain fruit's big claim to fame has also always been its massive range. So it wouldn't surprise me if like heavy pain is similar, but probably just like more modern and better when it gets changed. I think Barrage will also stay, but it'll be like a series of very quick punches, maybe similar to like Soaring Beast. I don't know about Pain Nuke. If we were to keep something similar to Pain Nuke, like a large AoE, I think it would be more similar to when you hold down Heaven and Earth. And maybe it would also be throwable. We're also getting a pain meter that's going to go up, which will cause your, like, you get like an aura around you when the pain meter gets full. I think this will be similar in like design to the first form evolution of Dragon. So imagine, we probably won't get bigger, but I imagine you'll get like some aura like this, like the flames that are underneath you. I'm thinking that's what's going to happen. And then just like with this version of the Dragon, all of your attacks are going to get bigger with the pain fruit. This is my prediction. I could be wrong. I'm also expecting, 100% expecting, because it's a very physical fruit, I'm expecting something similar to this, to the Infernal Pincer, because that's the coolest attack in the game. So it would be cool if maybe you like grab them and slam them into the ground. Actually, like the Yeti, maybe. Probably not like Glacial Execution. No, that's kind of like a dashing attack. No, I'm thinking it's going to be like Tundra Rush. You know how you're like slamming them into the ground? Maybe it'll be something like that. That's a very physical attack. And that's what the Pain Fruit's going to be all about. And then the big thing with the Pain Fruit that's going to be super interesting is if you attack and miss, your pain meter will go down. Which means like the Pain Fruit... I mean, the Pain Fruit's hard to use right now. It takes skill right now. It's not like the Yeti, like any noob and his dog can get kills with the Yeti or fruits like, say, Kitsune or Dragon. Like, you're not good at the game if you're bounty farming with these fruits. You're just like average at the game. You're a normal guy who's using an overpowered fruit. It's going to be really, really cool if missing with the pain fruit is super punishing, because it means that anyone that is actually good with the pain fruit is someone who doesn't miss, which means it will be harder to get bounty with. Hopefully it's not super strong if you're missing. Hopefully if you land all your attacks, you're like maybe nearly as strong as the Yeti. But then if you miss, you drop back down to like one of the more average PvPing fruits. I really hope that this creates like a skill divide where you can really see the people who are good at the game. I also hope that they keep Torture. I just hope that it's easier to hit, because Torture is a cool move. And it would be cool if, see the dot damage he's taking? It would be cool if the dot damage like interrupted them like mid dash. So it was like, it's not a hard stun, but it's a periodic like interrupt where like if you've been hit with Torture, maybe it's harder to like hit a combo together because you might lose like half a second because the dot damage like freezes you for like half a second. You know what I mean? People are going to hate that idea, because the thing about block fruit is, and I don't know if you've noticed this, but PvPers actually just want the game to get easier. They don't want the game to get harder. I was just using Superhuman in this video, and something you might not know about Superhuman is if I'm attacking with Soaring Beast, right? And I dash through the middle here, I would hit someone standing here and standing here, even if I go through the middle. All of these skills have a certain level of auto aim, especially 6th realm gun. But then with superhuman, if I was to go through here with the owl, I would not hit people standing here and standing here. When you see people using God human, you think, oh man, PvPers are just getting so good at this game. And some PvPers are good at this game, don't get me wrong. But a lot of us, me included, we're just using God human and Sanguinart, which, like Fortnite, has auto aim. It doesn't take as much skill. A lot of the abilities now in modern fruits, if I shot in the middle here, it would hit everyone in like a cone. But Heavy Pain or Barrage would barely hit people on the side of it, even though they explode. The game has gotten easier because the attacks are bigger, the explosions are bigger. It's a good thing. It's a good thing. It makes PvP easier to get into. But it also means that right now the pain is at a disadvantage, and I'm really excited to see it get upgraded. I think it's one of the coolest ideas for a fruit ever. I hope that it's as cool as it sounds. Let me know in the comment section what you guys think of the upcoming pain fruit. Read the article carefully. Obviously, there's a lot of misinformation out there. People who hate change are saying things that are very not true about the fruit. So keep your wits about you. There should be a trailer in the next week or so if we are getting one.